Well, have you worked out where we are yet? Yep, we're in Llandudno. I know, let's have a ride up the Great Orme, aka Marine Drive. Good work by those teachers, doing a sterling job. I'm impressed. It's nice giving me a bit of an outing. I'm obviously referring to the teachers there. We don't want to go up the ski slope, we want to come around this way. So that's the pier straight ahead. Have you paid and just wait? No, because I'm still going. I don't hit the toll road just yet. This road, which is known as Marine Drive, is also known as Rest and Be Thankful, as a rally stage on historically the RAC Rally, GB, Rally Wales, whatever you want to call it, on the World Rally Championship circuit. We're just going to have a wander around the Great Orme, just have a look at a couple of bits on there on the bike and just see what we can find. It's quite interesting, really. So we have a quick drive around the Great Orme. Now we have to be careful because of minor details like the goats. Llandudno is very famous for its goats. This is also used as a rally stage. It's often been used usually at the end or the beginning, or both perhaps, of what do they call that thing? I call it the RAC Rally, but is it Rally Wales, Rally Great Britain? No, I don't know what they call it. This is it. There's some goats right up the top there. It's all very scenic. There's lots of because we're at on the headland. There's, believe it or not, there's the sea, cliffs, sea, goats on the cliffs. Did you know that the goats are very special because these are mountain goats? What you find is they all face the same direction, and that's because their left legs are shorter than their right legs to allow them to still be able to walk on the wonky ground. Yeah, it's quite fascinating, that. And out there somewhere will be the Isle of Man. Over that way eventually will be somewhere like Ireland. Say hi to Bullet Wanderer. Hello Bullet Wanderer, wherever you might be over there. That's down Wales way, the bit we can see. There's some wartime defences. There's quite a few around here. There's even a hidden bunker if you know where to look. I don't, because it's hidden. Now I have to say, right, I'm being serious now. This is, we're subject to a 20 limit. It's lots of people around and all the attendant things we have to be careful of. But you can see why they've done this as a rally stage. I mean, it would be fantastic to have a good drive around. Get it wrong, mind you, and yeah, there would be consequences. It's a big word for the time of day. Consequences. That's a nice word, that I quite like that. Yeah, so there we go. Well, as I'm spouting forth on this, I've come out, I don't know about you, but this old general election malarkey is getting quite heated. It's quite nice to get away from everything. And there seems to be a lot of turmoil. You know, we have our general election. France is having a general election. There's been lots of elections in Europe, and controversy over that. And then we have, obviously, in the United States of Merkins, they've got one, bless them, and they can either go for Trump or Biden. I'm not going to make any comments of a political nature either way. What I would say, let's have a look. Rest and be thankful. Marine Drive, Summit and Visitor Centre, Lighthouse, Cafe. Which way should we go? Should we go up? Let's go up the summit, shall we? Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of controversy. It's a shame. The world could be a happier place. If everyone rode motorbikes, the world would be a happier place. I genuinely would. I really do think that. It certainly stops me being a miserable old soul. Anyway. Now, I was talking to New Biker, he of YouTube fame. He tends to be in the North London area quite a lot, Central London, and then does a lot of work with the IM, etc. And he's asked me to give him some information, and it goes like this. Okay, it was about late 80s. I was I've got to be very careful what I say, because some of it I can't tell you about, but essentially I was recruited to do a communications campaign on behalf of a particular organisation. Now, what I can say is it was something that the government didn't want done, and the company wanted to do it anyway. So they got the first gullible muppet they could, and the gullible muppet said, yeah, I'll do it, without realising quite what was involved. These are sheep, these aren't the goats. Alright, these are sheep, not the famous Llandudno goats. St Tidmouth's Church, very famous. So back to the story. So there I am, right? I get recruited, I turn up at a particular building where this operation has to be masterminded, sign all the relative paperwork, and I got on with the job. Anyway, I knew the budget, had all this, that and the other organised, so I knew what we were doing, and couldn't afford TV, but we could do radio advertising. I did some TV stuff, but it wasn't that kind. I can't be bothered to go into details. But I had some radio advertising and advertising on Tube as well. For those that don't know, the Tube is the London Underground Railway Centre system, rather. So I was reading a road sign and getting confused. Yeah, the London Underground travel system, or they call them the Tube. Tube trains. So anyway, I'm organising this, and we get and we got the creatives doing various bits and pieces. Now, I'm not saying we did this, right? I think it's really important that I can't tell you exactly what we did, but let's say there are certain rules about what you can and cannot get away with advertising. Obviously, you can't lie. The rules are much stricter around most things other than politics, incidentally. But anyway, you can't lie. But you also are not allowed to mention names of people and in certain places they're very, very strict about whether you mention them, and if you mention them, whether or not you whether they're alive or dead, whether or not you need to get permission. Well, I can neither confirm nor deny that we might have mentioned a few names of famous people, including a couple of members of the royal family, certainly at least one of them. Did we get their permission? Well, you know, it's lovely weather up here, isn't it? It's really good. Yes, lovely. Look, can you see the old cable cars? So were they on Coronation Street once? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so we had a lovely time, and we produced all these wonderful adverts, and we got censored. Apparently, ignoring the regulations and going ahead and just trying to publish the stuff is what I believe is commonly known as frowned upon. They get ever so upset, you know. Yeah. So, always follow the rules, boys and girls. Gets a bit awkward sometimes when you accidentally don't follow the rules. Some bright spark even suggested we claim it wasn't that person but a particular generation earlier who might have died, but for some strange reason they didn't buy that. They thought we were meaning the current then Duke of Edinburgh, I think it was. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I had these adverts. They were produced for radio and tube, I believe. We had to stop them and have them all redone. But there you go. That is the trams there. We are now at Gargarth, the Great Orme, and we've got to go left. Good thing is, because we've paid the ticket, as far as I'm aware, I have now paid my dues. But this is the Great Orme. I'm not going to stop because, quite frankly, it is what I would describe as a bit brass monkeys up here. But just gives you a little bit of a look around at what's here and what you can see. Well, I have to say, I do want to get home, so in the next video you'll see me going back down and having a good look around and nearly getting wiped out by an Audi. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Not bad views though, are they?